This is the Kraken, a creature that made an appearance in the Pirates of the Caribbean films. It's one of the most mysterious beings on Earth, its existence perpetually questioned. Some believe the Kraken is an ancient beast that lurks in the deep ocean, ready at any moment to destroy ships that cross its path. The first recorded evidence of the Kraken's existence was immortalized in a book by Pierre Denis de Montfort, which depicted a giant octopus with massive tentacles attacking a ship. This illustration was inspired by stories from 12th and 13th century Norwegian sailors who claimed to have seen the sea monster's gigantic tentacles emerge from the water's surface. In this video, we're going to delve into the Kraken story, exploring how it first came to be considered a real creature, and hearing the testimonies of witnesses who dedicated their lives to sailing the vast oceans. It's widely agreed that humanity knows less about Earth's oceans than we do about our own solar system. At least 80% of the world's oceans are said to remain unexplored. This vast, uncharted territory and the huge number of undiscovered marine species fuel our imagination about what might exist beneath the dark surface. One of these legendary creatures is none other than the Kraken, said to be a denizen of the deep. The tale of the Kraken as a colossal sea monster was first documented by King Sverre of Norway around 1180. He warned sailors to be wary of a large, squid-like creature swimming along the coasts of Norway, Greenland, and Iceland. This rumor persisted into the 15th century, as seen on the Scandinavian map Carta Marina. A close look at this map reveals illustrations of humans and animals adorning the entire document. On land, you can spot various animals like reindeer, bears, wolves, and even armored knights on horseback. In the sea section, however, creatures like lobsters, crabs, and whales are depicted in quite bizarre forms. These strange illustrations seem to be based on the direct experiences of the map's creator, Olaus Magnus, a renowned Swedish historian and naturalist. In his important work, The History of the Northern Peoples, Magnus mentions a terrifying monster off the coast of Norway. He described the creature as black like a whale and shaped like a floating, fallen tree, with a head surrounded by tentacles pointing in all directions and huge eyes. The story of the Kraken sightings continued into the 18th century when the French naturalist Pierre Denis de Montfort wrote about it in his 1802 book. De Montfort's report recounted the tale of a large merchant ship attacked by a giant sea creature he called a colossal octopus. As the ship prepared to sail from the Atlantic coast of Angola, the massive beast emerged from the sea, grabbing the vessel with its tentacles. It wrapped its limbs around the masts and began pulling its body onto the ship, causing the vessel to list dangerously to one side. The crew fought desperately, trying to sever the monster's tentacles with knives, swords, and axes, an effort that ultimately succeeded. After this event, the tale of the Kraken's existence became famous, and it was even immortalized in paintings, like the one you see here. This evidence likely fueled the imagination of a scientist named Japetus Steenstrup. A Danish naturalist and author of hundreds of scientific articles, Steenstrup is best known for his efforts to prove the existence of the giant squid, which was then considered a mythological creature. While many of his contemporaries dismissed the Kraken as a mere myth, Steenstrup's persistence finally paid off in 1854 when he successfully proved to the scientific community that the Kraken was, in fact, real. At a meeting of the Danish Natural History Society, Steenstrup presented crucial evidence, a collection of reports about giant squid-like creatures found washed ashore on Scandinavian beaches in the 1600s and 1700s. These reports convinced many in the scientific community that the giant squid truly existed. Since then, the animal has been given the official scientific name Archaeoteuthis by Steenstrup, a name derived from the Greek words for chief squid. 5 years after its scientific naming, in 1861, the French warship Alecton found a kraken floating near the Canary Islands, a few hundred miles off the coast of Morocco. The crew killed the squid, tied it with ropes near its tail fin, and tried to pull it onto the ship. However, because the animal was too large, the ropes cut through its flesh, and only the tip of its tail and fins were salvaged. By the 1870s, dead or dying krakens began washing up on the North American coast of Newfoundland, Canada. No one knows for sure what caused these strandings, but some scientists speculate that a change in the Labrador Current, a deep, cold water current that flows along the eastern coast of Canada, may have been the cause. Finally, in the 1990s, the first expeditions to find the kraken began. Smithsonian zoologist Clyde Roper and his colleagues conducted a series of expeditions to search for the kraken off the coast of New Zealand. One of their strategies involved observing sperm whales as they hunted and ate giant squid. The team lowered underwater cameras into the sperm whales' feeding areas, where the kraken was thought to be. Roper even attached cameras to the sides of several whales, hoping to record them hunting the giant squid. However, the mission failed to capture any giant squid on film. This setback wasn't the end of the search for the kraken. Another zoologist, Steve O'Shea, tried a different approach to understand giant squid, raising them in captivity. O'Shea successfully caught several small giant squid larvae, or parlarvae, hoping to raise them to adulthood. But like Roper's efforts, O'Shea's mission ended in failure, as the parlarvae were unable to adapt to captivity and only survived for a short time. Even so, the publicity surrounding these researchers' quest to find the kraken successfully attracted interest from kraken enthusiasts worldwide, culminating in a major breakthrough in 2004 with solid proof of the giant squid's existence. In 2004, two Japanese researchers, Tsunemi Kubotara and Kyoichi Mori, achieved something no one had ever done before. They successfully photographed a giant squid hunting hundreds of meters below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. This was no lucky accident, but a carefully planned project. First, they spent years analyzing data on the distribution of sperm whales in Japanese waters. From this study, Kubotara and Mori discovered that sperm whales gathered annually from September to December near a deep-sea canyon off the coast of Shikijima Island, a few hundred miles southeast of Japan. They also knew from other researchers' data that these whales dived into the canyon to hunt squid at depths of 400 to 1,000 meters. Based on this, Kubotara and Mori placed their equipment in the exact location where the whales dived. They lowered a weighted nylon rope with a marker buoy to a depth of 900 meters. At the bottom of the line, they attached bait, a leaky bag of crushed shrimp, and two fishing hooks baited with smaller squid. A downward-facing digital underwater camera and flash were placed a few meters above the hooks, set to take a picture every 30 seconds. On the morning of September 30th, a giant squid attacked one of the squid baits. After trying to break free and pulling the hook for more than 4 hours, the giant squid finally escaped, but left behind a 5.5-meter-long tentacle still attached to the hook. 2 years later, in 2006, Kubotara successfully recorded a video of an aggressive 7.3-meter-long giant squid using the same technique. A giant squid can grow up to 13.1 meters long, while its relative, the colossal squid, is categorized as the world's largest invertebrate, reaching up to 15 meters in length. In 2007, for example, a colossal squid weighing 495 kilograms was caught by fishermen in the Antarctic Ocean, and sightings of creatures believed to be krakens became even more frequent in the following years, notably in 2012 and as recently as 2023. From this detailed explanation, we can conclude that the mystery of the kraken is most likely based on a cephalopod species called Archaeoteuthis, or the giant squid. While its size may not be the monstrous scale imagined by most people, Its existence is a testament to the incredible wonders still hidden in the deepest parts of our oceans. Curious about more of these incredible prehistoric creatures and the mysteries they left behind? Check out our other videos and subscribe to the Paleo Insights YouTube channel for a deep dive into Earth's ancient past.